Hey, this is just a quick review from the quick Excel session we did yesterday. So I'm working with phased budget exercise Excel SX, and I'll just make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we're looking at properly. Okay, so up here we've got, just to review, we've got the function field, and we'll notice that when we click on these, none of them have any functions added. So these are the kind of just regular data inputs. That one's just a number, that one's just a number, that's text. But down here I've copied the whole lot through and I've entered the formulas in here. So once you click into the formula bar or the formula field, you'll see the fields that are active in the formula become selected, and you get these numbers turning into coloured numbers. Okay, so I'll just hit the escape key, go back. So we also talked about how some fields are calculations and some fields are just data. So for instance, these would be the figures that you'd settle on in your own mind. So you just put them in via the keyboard. These ones would be the figures you'd get as a result of feedback from the bookstores. This one's a calculation. Okay, so it's basically going to be the recommended retail price times how many you sold, gives you gross income. So once again, just to review, that's D16, 16 and D and F16. Okay, so it's the product of D16 and F16. Product being times the multiplier. And to copy that down, you simply hover your mouse so it changes to the black cross, and then click and drag all the way down. Okay, I'm just going to control Command Z there because I want to put that field back in there. This one is a percentage, so if we look at the format of the cell, we'll get a little dialog box popping up showing us that they're formatted as a percentage. That's important because we want to be able to flow that on from here to here. So the total revenue is this figure minus 45%. So it's actually 55% of this figure. So how we represent that as a formula is G16, the value in G16, this one here, times, and again, instead of using product, we're using the asterisk, which is like using an X when you're writing it. And then the other figure is 1 minus the value in H16. So the value in H16 is 45. 1 minus 45 is 55%. So it's G16 times 55%, and that's where we get our total revenue. And then in this one, we've done a similar type of calculation. We've done the value of I16, which is this, times 15%, times 0.15, and then we've minused that from the total value of I16, sorry. So I16 here times 0.15 of itself, and then minus that from it. And that's how you can get that figure. Okay, and then just to recap, you can also do auto summing, which is found here. Sum. It basically just adds up. You can see it's equal sum of those fields there, G16 to G23. We did the same over here, and we're going on to sheet 2. So in sheet 2, we've got some values which have been changed to dollars. So if I just hover over that and then choose format cells, so I've selected that cell range and I can see that they're formatted as currency. Now I did that because if I wanted to make a chart out of it, then you need to have a kind of a relevant measure of unit, or unit measure, sorry. So if I change that into a chart, I can see that I've got thousands of dollars down here, and I'll make it a little bit bigger for the sake of the screencast. So rather than having 1.0 and 1.0 as the bottom figure, we know that we're talking about dollars, so it's much better to have dollars set up there. And that's it. I just wanted to review how to add those functions in and how to read them. Okay.